Hello, I am Zanti and I will be answering question 2 of our evaluation, which is how effective is your combination of main product and ancillary task. I made this PowerPoint to show how effective my combination of main product and ancillary task is. And I started with the stop motion. Now in our music video we made like a little stop motion video. It has flowers in it that sort of move around really quickly in different frames. And this is what it looks like. It's about 31 seconds into the music video, but we repeat it over and over and slowly have colours brought into it. Now this is in the music video, but in the digipack it also returns because the cover of the digipack insert booklet is in fact the same flower with won't bleed below it. So I think that shows that we quite effectively combined an element from the music video in the digipack. And next to the booklet cover we have the spine of the digipack, which is also the same pattern as the background of this picture. Now evaluating it, I would say that the text in the spine is a bit difficult to read due to using the same colours as in the background. Now, moving on to some mise en scène. The location of the music video was in Sheldon Woods, and this is actually the opening establishing shot of the music video. And the location is clearly reinforced in the digipack. In this picture, this is actually a still from the music video, and we have some lyrics put over it, and that's also in the insert booklet, and the picture next to it's also in the insert booklet. That's the artist's face, and next to it I think the leafy background represents quite well that it's also done in the same woods. In fact, we did practically everything in the woods. We did the photo shoot there and we did the filming there. That is also from the insert booklet. It has the lyrics on it. I think that's the second lyric page we have. The location is also visible in the magazine advert. I think the background is quite clearly also in woods, so I think that synergy is represented really well through the location. Some more mise en scène. Here we have the costume. This picture is about 14 seconds into the music video, and the picture at the bottom is during the breakdown at about 2 minutes 40. And in both, my costume is very apparent. We chose this costume because we thought it represented the artist well, but we chose it mostly because the audience envisaged the artist in a what dress. And we took these answers from the audience feedback questionnaire that I designed. And the costume is also really apparent in the digipack. Both of these pictures are from the booklet insert that I designed. And as you can clearly see there, she's wearing the dress, and in the corner she's wearing the same dress. And then on the magazine advert, because of the fading effect that I used, the bottom of the advert is quite white and the dress is also white, so you can't really see it that well. But she is in fact wearing the same dress. I also think the hairstyle and the makeup and everything was done on the same day. And I think that's quite obvious. I think that creates a really good level of synergy between the three products that I have made. Right, props in the music video. This is the key. It's the main prop of the music video to enforce the codes and conventions of indie pop. They quite often use a certain object. Like Ellie Goulding, her music videos that I analysed, she has a certain object that keeps recurring. And we liked the idea of using a key because it was very symbolic to the lyrics as well. This is about 2.5 minutes into the music video, but it reoccurs loads and loads. Yes, this is the prop, it's a key. This is the digipack. The photo on the left is in fact actually the same photo used for the magazine advert. And the photo on the right is also part of the digipack booklet insert. And there is quite obviously the key hanging in front of my face, or the artist's face. And yes, we think that this use of synergy is also quite effective because it really establishes an object that's brought throughout the main product and the ancillary products. And we did that with the exact intention of creating synergy. So this is a magazine advert. You can see the artist looking at the key. Yeah, which is enforced quite effectively, I think, throughout the products. Moving on to the lighting that we used in the music video, the top picture and the left hand picture are quite high key, have quite high key lighting. And the top one is a nature shot that we took, I think, outside the school. I think that's one of the few shots that weren't taken in Sheldon Woods. And the high key lighting, I think, is definitely a thing that goes throughout the all three products, which creates synergy, showing effectively that they're matched. The bottom right hand shot is actually an exception in that it's not got high key lighting, it's got quite low key lighting, but we thought this dramatic tension would be good because this shot is from about 3.5 minutes into the music video where the breakdown occurs. It's quite a dramatic moment, so we thought low key lighting would be effective. The lighting in the digipack is also very high key. I thought that this represented the artist as feminine and innocent and quite pure really well. In fact, it's so high key lighting that it sort of seems to fade into the white of the PowerPoint slide. But I think that is effectively enforced practically throughout the entire music video, besides the off moment where there's low key lighting. In the magazine advert, it's also, I think it's sort of like an angelic vibe that it gets when it's this high key lighted, especially at the top and the bottom. There's lots of high key lighting. I actually faded in the bars. I actually did that because the writing was really hard to read because we had like leaves in the background and you couldn't really read the text, so I made these bars, but I think it has a really nice effect and it was chosen by the audience on the questionnaires. We have lots of nature shots. I thought that was really important for the genre that we have because nature shots are very conventional for indie pop. I think the top left-hand shot and the bottom shot were taken at school, and the top right-hand shot was taken in Sheldon Woods. Both the shots taken in the woods, taken at school, are very high key lighting, and the ones taken in the woods was during quite a shadowy time of day, so that's slightly less high key lighting. But these shots are enforced throughout the ancillary products, such as the digipack. The artist is present in this shot, but I think it's more about the background, which is very obviously in nature, in the woods. Right, then we have some camera techniques. We used quite a few close-ups throughout the products that we made. In the music video, we have loads of close-ups of the mouth, especially when the artist is lip-syncing, and of the eyes. I think especially the eye shots, they're very soul-bearing and also very innocent, carrying on the artist persona. This is, in fact, the digipack cover, which is a close-up. Now, me and my partner Harry like this shot so much that we chose it despite the fact that the audience actually wanted a long shot of the artist standing up. But for various reasons, we chose to defy the consumer. Also because the artist would be very unrecognisable and the face would be too small if there was a long shot and it would be too far away. So we made an executive decision to use this shot, which we happen to have and we thought was very aesthetically pleasing. Right, moving on to some editing effects. Now, my friend Harry, who I worked with, actually did most of the editing, and he put a slight green tinge over the shots, mostly of the shots in the woods. Most of the shots that aren't me lip-syncing, that aren't close-ups, things like that. When there's loads of greenery in the background, we used quite a bit of this effect. The effect was made to have a sort of mysterious feeling, especially because the face of the artist isn't revealed until about half a minute into the music video. Yeah, this effect is also used in this piece of the digipack. This is actually a page from the digipack booklet insert. It is actually a still from the music video with text over it, so it has the same editing effects as the actual music video. The editing effects, obviously the bar that I used at the top and the bottom of the magazine advert, they were actually for practical reasons because the font was very difficult to read. But it's also an editing effect that we use to, as I said earlier, create more of an angelic effect for the artist. moving on, the artist in the music video. There are quite a few close-ups of the artist's face. The artist is wearing very recognisable makeup, white eyeliner and quite pink lips. I thought this was important to sort of reinforce the artist's persona. The artist is wildly featured. These are some more shots of the music video. Quite a few close-ups. The artist is very easily recognisable as feminine and young. On the digipack also, the front cover is an extreme close-up, which we use to sort of hold a bit of mysteriousness, even though she is clearly recognisable throughout the rest of the digipack. And on the magazine advert, she's also very clearly distinguishable. Obviously, to create a successful artist or persona, the artist needs to be very visible, which is why we kept this in mind, creating synergy between the main products and the ancillary tasks. The same font is used on the magazine advert and on the cover of the digipack. This isn't actually the cover, but we've seen that so many times I thought I'd use an insert of the booklet. These are some lyrics, and they use the same font. There is one other font that's also featured a little bit in the digipack, mostly in the booklet, and I think actually the back cover of the digipack. But that was quite difficult to read, so I made sure that it wasn't used as often, but I did want to use it because I thought it was very artistic. And the audience feedback showed that it was preferred, even though it was difficult to read. Overall synergy. I think synergy is one of the strong points of the products that me and Harry have created.